Welcome to Saturday, and the prompt for today, and the long list of things talking about trends, visibility, and things like that, is employment. Let's start with what I do, I guess, and then we can see where that takes us. So I don't work for anyone. I work for myself. I do film, photography, and design stuff. I've been hold on. This is super zoomed in. That's better. Okay. So film, photography, design things. So head over to Facebook if you'd like. Go check out Robin Media. I'll link it down below and stuff, and you can see the things that I do. So I've been focusing more on those different things that I do recently, and it's been very encouraging to see people that are interested in working with me and being able to work with different folks and organizations. So really amped about that. Whenever I've wanted to work at a job and like work for somebody else, um, the first point of like concern for me, the thing that I think about most, is the fact that like I haven't changed my legal name. Um, and my papers say different things, and for me that's a huge stress and a huge point of anxiety. um, and you never really know, especially when you're trying to get a job at this place where you don't know the people. You don't know how they will react. You don't know if it'll be a safe place. You don't know what they'll like. That's, for me, it's a lot of trust to be able to share what my legal name is and stuff like that. Honestly, I haven't really thought much about employment and trans things. I just know that we need to think very critically of the environments that we are creating within workplaces and the ways that we are hiring people, um, because we can't really talk about employment by itself. We have to talk about employment. You have to talk about access to education. You have to talk about access to like an address, access to um, the ability to be able to like get to a point where you can access to know about the jobs, to like be able to put your hat in the ring. We can't talk about employment by itself. We can't talk about that. So for me, like when I with the things that I do, when I need to work with another camera person or need to work with somebody else to complete a project, thinking about and like pushing myself to think like, who who am I working with? Am I making this accessible to folks that like need this opportunity, need and also not just being like, oh hey, it would be great exposure for you, or it's a great learning experience for you, but like no, people need to be learning and have exposure, and they also need to get paid in money. I think a lot of times people are just like, oh, exposure will lead to money eventually, but like it doesn't matter if you aren't getting the money now so that you can live, so that you can have food, so that you can exist. Like the money later on doesn't really matter. So thinking critically of like, what are we asking folks to do, and are we compensating them? Are we acknowledging the labor that they're putting in and compensating them with money? And what does that compensation look like, in pushing beyond just financial compensation, but including financial compensation? And how are we putting those job offers out there? What are the criteria to be eligible for this job? Are we saying that you need to have a bachelor's degree, 5 years of previous job experience, and a master's, like, to be able to perform in an entry level job? Are those necessary? Are there other ways of attaining that knowledge and that experience other than through um, mainstream ways of education? how are we also valuing the lived experience of people and realizing that that is a lot of education and that is so important, and we are consistently in this society ignoring that. And when we put more value on mainstream education over lived experiences, over alternative education, over self-teaching, over all those things, we are missing out on a richness that can be added to work environments where we are isolating people that need jobs that would be able to perform those jobs in amazing ways and be able to push our movements, our projects to be better, to be able to have greater impact in society, to make our society better. So thinking about who are you hiring? What are your what are your projects for? What are you trying to achieve? And are you hiring outside to be able to impact this group? But why not hire within that group and actually have that change, actually shift that power? Employment is connected to so many other things, but also we need to realize that we can actively work to make employment opportunities more accessible to folks. And that starts with the eligibility requirements, to the way it's marketed, to the way we interact with resumes, to the human resource protocols that we have in place. We need security. We need financial stability. We need job security. We need benefits, and to be able to live in this world, we need job opportunities. Thank you folks for tuning in for this quick little Saturday video on employment. Also, just to plug in Robin Media again, I'd love to hear from you if you wanted to collab on stuff, if you have a project in mind. Again, I do film, photography, and design stuff, so feel free to head on over to my Facebook page and like that. Also, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you aren't already, subscribe. And feel free to share this with folks and send me a message. Leave your comments down below. I'm really excited to interact with you folks. Have a great day. Be safe. Peace.